I have insomnia these days, so I find that I have went back to the medieval and dark age way of sleeping, where I will sleep the first part of the night, okay, and then I'm awake for a large number of hours through the night before going back to sleep again, okay? This is apparently how our recent ancestors, and going way back, actually slept. They had those waking hours in the middle of the night where they were making love, Justin. But Andrea doesn't wake up, so I don't get any of that. I get YouTube, okay?
All right, fair enough.
So I have found myself in the middle of the night. I've become addicted to two types of YouTube content, okay? One is lathes. I have a thing for lathes.
Oh, you like the wood?
Dude, metal lathes. I have been watching these guys making rings out of meteorites. Okay, more on meteorites tomorrow in XLBS, by the way. Justin, I've got something very important to discuss with you in the morning. Okay? Really important.
Do I need to brace myself?
Life or death. The whole planet needs to brace ourselves.
Okay.
Life and death stuff, guys. If you care about your future existence, come over, pay $3.79 a month to join backstage and watch XLBS. Sell tactics.
Buy merch.
But so I've gone down this kind of rabbit hole of things that people can do on lathes, right? And then
You could say you went down a warren.
I did a rabbit warren of crafting goodness. And then I found the darkest part of the internet.
Right.
And I
Don't think you can talk about that.
I love it. I am absolutely hooked. I have found a community of Matchbox and Hot Wheels restorers.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is unreal. It is so good. My little boys are into their Hot Wheels. They're always talking about Hot Wheels. I've never much been into it. We have some games and stuff in our industry that use them, but I've never been that big into it. And then up came this icon of a Hot Wheel car, and it was in dire nick.
Yeah.
I talked about restoration. I thought to myself, oh, it's interesting. I'll watch it. I
I've
have
seen some of
watched dozens of these since. I am absolutely addicted. I love it. I absolutely love it. So much so that I'm going to challenge John. Okay, myself and John are going to do a restoration, but we're going to do it Wargamer style. So we're going to take all of our experience that we've had as miniature hobbyists. And we're gonna take our take on either a restoration or a customization, a custom, on a die-cast model car, on a Matchbox or a Hot Wheels. Right. Just as a way to feed a big thank you into that community, because they do some weird stuff that I look at and I go, I wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll pick up something from the way we do it. I know I'm certainly picking up something from the way they're doing it. If I could zinc plate miniatures, I would be totally into that. But it has been great. I've really enjoyed it.
I wonder if they look at things like Gaslands and the like that come out, where it's all about getting Hot Wheels cars and smashing them up and adding guns and stuff, and does it annoy them in the same way that things like Star Wars really annoyed gun collectors? Because it's very difficult to find things like the Bull Pup Blaster, the gun that they make Solo's Blaster.
Everybody turns it into Solo's Blaster.
People kept buying them and then turning them into, and they're gun collectors are raging because these things that should be, preserved and restored, and all of a sudden they're
all getting cut up.
They're getting cut up by nerds to put bean tins on front of friends and stuff.
I don't think they would, because there's one of these channels and he's into his Mad Max.
Oh, right. So he's always doing things like
these
this.
conversions of new and old Hot Wheels.
Yeah, because these are not collectibles. They're doing it.
Well,
I don't know if you got the right one.
I didn't realize that there is a real collectability to these. Some of these little cars, Lloyd, in mint condition, go for $2-3 grand.
But are we talking about dinky cars, or are we talking
dinky
about...
cars?
Yeah, we're talking like these.
Yes. Matchbox and well, that's a red line.
Do Matchbox have ones that are rare enough to go for that sort of money too?
Yeah, absolutely.
It depends on the age.
No, this is right. So I can actually teach you something here, right? This is called a Redline, okay? And Redline is a specific type of vintage Hot Wheels. It was made by Mattel back in the 60s, okay? And they were the first kind of Hot Wheels that would come out. And the reason they're called red lines is because if you notice there on the tire, there's a red line around the tire. So these red lines are really, really collectible, okay? So what happens is you get obviously different grades of red line. There's entire little e-commerce stores that are purely built on selling you stuff to fix up your red line.
So where somebody's accidentally crashed a couple of cars and then they've just cut the wheels off.
They've the Spectra color paint, right? Yeah. So this paint, okay, this is a kind of like a slightly opaque, shiny paint with a slight metallic effect through it, and this paint goes right down on top of the metal directly, minus primer, and that's how you got that effect. I am learning so much from this. It is so cool.
I actually have a TV show for you then. Yeah, it's called Car Masters Rust to Riches, where they actually take and make that car in 1-to-1 scale.
I'm not interested.
Really? You don't want to see someone take a Hot Wheels car and make it an actual car?
No. Do you want to know why? Because I'd never get to do that. Whereas I love watching these guys with their dinky cars, because I look at it and I go, I want to have a go at that.
Why do I get the feeling you're just going to be trolling around all the car boots in the local area? I
am absolutely going to be trolling. I have now got a new thing on my list to watch out for when I go to the car boot sales.
There you go.
And that's red lines. I'm going to try and see if I can find some red lines. But seriously, I think we should have a meeting of minds, okay? You might call this a cross-pollination or a cross-fertilization, Justin, between our niche groups. So if you are some of those guys that are out there who are doing this wonderful stuff that I'm addicted to in the middle of the night when really I should be making love if I was born 600 years ago, I want to hear from you because I want to cross-fertilize with you deeply.
So you want them to show you their dinkies?
Yes, and then I will show them mine.
So you can get all excited about it?
Yes, I'm going to get all excited about it. Apparently the pink ones are worth more.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's another one for you.
Rarest color.
Anyway, what I intend to do is myself and John we're going to do our take on a custom and use all of our experience in our miniature painting and stuff. And we do think that the guys in that niche will maybe pick up a thing or two, okay? But as well as that, I would like to talk to you guys because I want to show you some of the games that we have that you can play with those things. Because they still love playing with them. These guys are hobbyists like us. But instead of miniatures, they play with miniatures.
Yeah.
But little dinky roly miniatures.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I just want to say thank you for making my nights of insomnia bearable.
We need a load of wee tiny LCD screens and sound systems now.
And if anybody's looking for a home for a lathe, hit me up. Hit me up. I would love it. I would love a lathe.
I wouldn't let you near a lathe.
But we could.
Do you know what? If the entire community wanted to band together and get me something really nice,
okay,
but we could make a rudimentary lathe.